one of the most important things I feel like to grab is these mystic enhancements. You gotta farm these things around in the world. These things respawn. They have like a 72-hour respawn time apparently, so it takes about 3 days ish for you to get them to respawn in your world. But the cool thing about them is that you can actually gather it from your friends' places too, so you can go to other people's worlds and gather it. So me and my wife have been sharing it. So what we do is we'll log in together, and then I'll take her to my hotspots. I'm gonna show you some of the hotspots that I go to actually get more of these. It's too bad you can't use a character to like make more either. So what I do is I send it to craft. I craft max as much as possible, and that's it. All right. So now let me show you the spots on how to get those things. So one of the main places I go to is right here. So Stormbearer Point. So you can do this on everybody's account. Like, so when you log into people's worlds, you can do this. So I'm gonna go over here, and you see this rock right here spawns a bunch. So you'll see a bunch all around this whole rock. So this right here is like all a bunch of blues mixed with a bunch of other ones. So you'll see a bunch here. Let me show you another spot. This is usually my route. I'll do something like this. The Wesley Dome is my second spot. Over here, after the spawn point, you just turn around, go back this way. You'll see a bunch right over here along the walls. So this rock will be filled with a bunch. So this all around this whole rock, along the walls too. So there'll be some all along the walls. So there's a ton here that pop up. The next spot, Storm Terror Lair. I go around the entire Storm Terror, so I'll start from this point right here, and then I'll just work my way around. So basically up until about this lake part, and then stop. There's a bunch along the way, inside the crevices, down in the mountain. That's a little bit more exploration, so I save that for last when I'm like desperate to find more. But here's another one of my favorite spots right over here. So I teleport to this spot. I call it Wu-Tang Hill, but I go over here. There's usually a boar that spawns right in front of you too, so you can chop his head off. See? Boom. Chop his head off. Shoot this one. Shoot that one over there. There we go. So you can get a bunch of meat over here. And then you gotta climb up the rock. Let me climb up. So once you get to the top of the river, you got a bunch of these dudes. Right here, there's a bunch of blue rocks right on this spot right here, and then along the back, where those bamboo trees are, there's a bunch back here as well. So you'll see it on this little island. There'll be a ton of them all along the walls on here. So this is a nice spot. Okay, next one. So there's a bunch of spots. They're all over the place. The best thing you can do is go to this website. I'll leave a link in the description when I actually make the video of this. But the Genshin Impact thing. So you see, you can find exactly where they are, and you see this is a hot spot for just like exploring. And then there's a bunch along this mountainside and stuff. But I'm showing you some of my hot spots first. Okay, right over here, you see I have 3 spots over here. So let's teleport over here. These are usually the ones I aim for. I'll go to these hotspot ones, and then, you know, I'll just kind of explore, and if I find some, I find some, and that's it. There's some along this rock here. So right here, there's a bunch. See, like I missed one yesterday. So, see if I can break this one. Come on. There we go. Got one. The next one is across the way on that side. Let me just teleport to the dungeon. See, after the dungeon, you're just gonna run straight down the path. You're gonna see this lady right here. So if you need to kill her ass, you can do it. Let me just knock her out real quick. I'm here, so I might as well.
Let me amuse myself a little. Over here.
There we go.
Shine.
You're gonna need all this shit for upgrading your characters anyway. You might as well. So now down here, I'm gonna run to that island. So right here, you'll start seeing a bunch. They spawn along this rock along the beach. So you'll see a bunch right. Let's see one respawn. There's usually 2 of them, so there'll be one right here too. I'm gonna go ahead and destroy this. Come on. There we go. I like using the earth too. The earth kind of works. That's not where I wanted it to spawn, but okay. I got that one right there. There's a bunch along this rock here. I think there's one that spawns right here. You know, it's like all over this whole thing. And then also on that island across the way too, there's a bunch. So that's why I marked all these spots. And you see, like I put one right there, one right here, and then one right here. So this is pretty hot spot for these things. But anyway, those are all my hot spots. Those are the main ones I go to at least. I mark all over the place because I have a bunch of others that I kind of just go to every once in a while. I definitely recommend you explore and see if you can find others because there's plenty of them all over the place. But these are my favorites because they're big clusters, and that's the reason why I do them. And then I'll just log on to my friend's account, or I'll go to my wife's account and then do the same route all over again. Knock out the hotspots, get it done. And you can do that to everybody's world if you want to.